Oh, So, so today we start the topic about the petroleum economics. We are discussing about today the basic terminology also, which is related with the petroleum economics. Okay. Before that, we already studied it, what is economics and its theory, where the economics is used, and so we discussed what type of economic, either it is a science or social science. We are discussing about the journal things about the economics. Okay. And after that, we study why we study economics. So we study about the three basic concept about opportunity cost, marginalism, and efficient marketing. After that, we have to study about what is the difference between macroeconomic and microeconomics. The, then we study about the field of economic, that is the behavior econometric, and uh, uh, economic development, and economic history. We have to study about this. Today we discuss about the basic thing about the petroleum economics. So, what is petroleum economic? Petroleum economic is a complicated series of political and economic interaction uh, pertaining to an oil industry. If petroleum is closely connected, or we say closely related with the oil economics and its internet interaction relating with the oil industry. The branch of knowledge concerned with the, or we can simply say that what is petroleum? Petroleum is a branch of knowledge which is concerned with the production, or we can say the exploration, production, consumption, and the transport of the wealth. Then people who study the petroleum economic need to be familiar with economic, but also uh, geopolitical history of the oil industry, which you better know about it. Study in the fundamental of petroleum, the basic thing of how the petroleum, what is the petroleum history is about. As a whole expert in the field can work for government agencies, oil companies, and private companies interested in the economic of oil production, transport, and refinery. Just like we have a Ministry of Petroleum and OGRA, Oil and Gas Regulatory Authority. These are the government bodies we talk about. Uh, in the case of petroleum economics, supply and demand both are influenced by the political concerns. And the political event can have an impact on oil supply as well as demand. In a, in a return, oil supply demand can influence the politics. So supply and demand play a very important role. It is the thing which is based on the oil politics and the oil pricing control. Like recently yesterday, some OPEC members, they all have a meeting and they have to decide it about it to cut down the petroleum productions, because they recently what happened, the prices of petroleum Essentially, what happened? The prices of petroleum are falling down. So they are just sustaining it to cut down the production, that to increase the price. So this is the supply and demand. So if the more supply are coming, then the demand is also decrease. If the demand is increasing, demand is direct proportional to the prices. If the demand is more increases, then the price is also increasing. If the demand is decreasing, the price is also decreases. So petroleum economic include a number of theories to describe the phenomena in oil industry as well as to explore the political relationship and social phenomena. The branch of economic also include a broad international shipping, agriculture, manufacturing, transport, and so on. Hmm, understanding of these play a important role in study the economy as the industry are involved in the global oil industry. So if we simply we can say that currently we can say that current currently petroleum is more important natural resources. The importance of petrol is that the most important source of energy in the world. Petroleum, we know about the petrol. If we compare all the mineral, petroleum is quite very important minerals, and it play an important role and the main source of the energy. And it enters a countless industries. We can say that it revolves around many industries such as plastics, soap, and gum, and fertilizers, and paint. All these are industries are revolving around these petroleum technologies. Therefore, no country can dispense with the petroleum play. Each and every country in the world which are totally depend on directly or indirectly depend on the petroleum and its product. The oil and gas
सर आपका माइक बंद है।
सॉरी थैंक यू फॉर इन्फॉर्मिंग अबाउट इट। मैं बोले जा रहा था, पता नहीं मेरे आप सुन रहे थे या नहीं। तो मैं वही कह रहा था कि सप्लाई एंड डिमांड प्ले अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल supply and demand basically we can say that are totally depend on the oil politics. But these supply demand we can say is just like a OPEC countries, oil exporting country. They will decide when to increase the product or when to decrease and when to rise the prices or when to keep the prices the same. The country. Just like we can say that they are just like a mafia. So means they are controlling the prices and such things. Recently the prices of oil is falling down internationally. Internationally, so these countries have decided to cut down the petroleum to cut down the uh, petroleum production, that to increase the prices. So petroleum economic also brings together the information expertise across the spectrum and clear understanding of concept of the cash flow analysis. This is cash flow analysis, how the cash is flowed there. That one we studied on later on, and we have a numericals also on cash flow. Organizational challenges. This is the OPEC. Sometimes OPEC, uh, due to the especially the conflict inside the OPEC country like Saudi Arabia, Iran, or sometime with Russia. So they have an internal conflict and such things about it. Price forecasting. So means these OPEC countries, they are decided when to increase the prices of, or when to decrease the production, when to increase the production. Cost risk management is required. So the petroleum economics, we are talking about why the importance of the petroleum economic. So the petroleum economics subject is main aim is to bring together wide industry audience, include the practitioner of economy and decision making and petroleum engineers and geosciences, and offer a structure of short interactions to understand the basic thing about the petrol economic modeling, decision analysis, exploration analysis, economics of unconventional resources. I mean, this is the whole engineering, not engineering, petroleum economic subject is based on the modeling, decision analysis, exploration, and the unconventional resources. If we go for the petroleum industry overview, economic drive the entire oil and gas producing industry. Almost every decision is based on the basis of the economic evaluations. Economical evaluation are also performed to determine the reserves and the standardized measure value of reporting purpose of the publicly held companies. But those the companies which are related with exploration and production, we can say that. There are many ways to look at the oil industry from the personal perspective and the personal provide. As we know that oil gas provide about the world 7.5 billion people with 56% of the daily energy need. The other 44 energy need come from the coal, nuclear, and renewable and hydroelectric uh, power supplies unit. So from the business perspective, we can the world energy market are continuously expanding, and the companies spend billion of dollars annually to maintain the increase their oil and gas production. Or 200 So finally, we can say that petroleum economy has covered the booms and bursts in the oil prices in a period of the change for the industry. Boom and bust, this is the idiom. Boom means the oil prices. Oil prices, if the oil prices is high, then it boom. It helped to uh, especially those countries which exporting the oil, it boomed their it boomed their generate the revenue and the capital and each and everything. And if the prices burst means just like if the prices are decreasing, so they directly affect the country main economy, main uh, their revenue also. So means the oil prices depend on boom and bust. We can see recently, 2 years ago during the COVID, the prices are decreasing. So all these countries, they are facing a major turmoil, especially related with the oil industry for the first or 2 years. One, they have come, but these countries are sustained. So these are the means we can say that the challenges of oil industry are influenced by the OPEC policies, or we can say the UN climatic summit, UN climatic summit. Now they are more focusing on that to move toward the uh, don't much to rely on the oil industry. We have to go for the some other resources, just like recently there is an increased demand of the renewable energy. So they are thinking about to move. So this is the also a main challenges to the oil industry also. So this is the whole general idea of the important overview of the petroleum industry. After that, we have the basic concept. After that, the first terminology is come into the accelerated accelerated depreciation. So accelerated depreciation, they say that they are the computational technique that allow the owner of the asset to take the greater amount of depreciation in the early year of its life. So thereby deferring a sum of the taxes until the later year. We can simply say that accelerated depreciation refer to those methods when the asset cost is depreciated faster than the straight line method. This method main purpose is to believe that asset is more productive in the early years than the later years. Therefore, it lead to the larger depreciation expense or expense in the earlier than the later year. तो मीन्स इस एक्सेलरेटेड मीन्स आपकी मैंने इसका सिंपल से दैट कि कोई भी चीज है समथिंग वो डिप्रिसिएट करके डिप्री मैंने उसकी चीज प्राइस ऑफ वैल्यू आपने कोई चीज खरीदी है कार खरीदी है वॉट एवर यू कैन बाय उसके साथ ही साथ उसकी प्राइस जो है वो डिक्रीज होती जाएगी कोई भी आप चीज खरीदे या कोई मशीन आपने ली है तो टाइम के साथ प्राइस डिप्रिसिएट तो उसमें क्या होता है कि जो ज्यादातर जो कंपनीज होती हैं वो डिपेंड करती हैं कि वो उसकी किस तरीके से उसकी वैल्यू रही या तो वो उसकी वैल्यू जल्दी से जल्दी डिप्रिसिएट है या जल्दी से जल्दी वो प्रॉफिट गेन कर सके कि जिससे वैल्यू डिप्रिसिएट होती है उस तरीके से उसका टैक्स जो होता है वो कट आउट होता है तो ज्यादातर जो कुछ कंपनियां ऐसी हैं जो ज्यादा प्रॉफिट जल्दी से जल्दी मैं अर्ली ईयर में वो चाहती हैं क्योंकि जैसे शुरू में प्रोडक्शन ज्यादा होती है कि वो कैसे सोचते हैं कि हम उस कंपनी ज्यादा से ज्यादा उसकी डिप्रिसिएट होगी फिर डिप्रिसिएट होगी तो टैक्स भी कम पर देना पड़ेगा। तो दिस इज द वे कि दे आर डूइंग इट, ठीक। तो डिप्रिसिएट करती है अपनी प्राइस को। फिर उसके बाद जैसे वो टाइम आ जाता है जब वो अपने जो असासे होते हैं वो दे हैव टू सेल इट आउट। जब उनको उन्होंने अच्छा सा एक प्रॉफिट ले लिया होता है तो फिर वो सेल आउट कर देते हैं। तो इसको कहते हैं एक्सेलरेटेड डिप्रिसिएशन। So depreciate is the cost doing a business for the business to be profitable. वो depreciate हम इसलिए कहते हैं कि वो early और ज्यादा से ज्यादा प्रॉफिट ले सके। So it need to know it cost. Depreciation occur when asset lose a value over time until the value goes to zero. तो एक वक्त ऐसा आएगा कि वो डिप्रिसिएट होकर के आपकी वो वैल्यू जीरो तक पहुंच जाएगी। फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ वन थिंग यू हैव टू बाय एट 100 रुपीज, आपने कोई चीज ऐसी ली है कि फर्स्ट में एक 100, गिव द एग्जांपल अबाउट, आजकल तो 100 कुछ आता नहीं है। तो सिंपल हम कहेंगे कि द थिंग यू मशीन यू हैव बॉट इट 1 लाख रुपीज, ठीक है। आपने मशीन ली है 1 लाख रुपए के लिए, ठीक है। आप चाहते हैं कि इसकी वैल्यू हम डिप्रिसिएट करें कि 20%, माना एवरी ईयर वो 20,000 के हिसाब से वो डिप्रिसिएट होगी। आपने उस मशीन से ज्यादा फायदा ले लिया, ठीक है। पहले ईयर में उसकी प्राइस डिप्रिसिएट हो गए 80,000, नेक्स्ट ईयर में उसकी प्राइस डिप्रिसिएट हो 60,000, उसके बाद नेक्स्ट ईयर उसकी डिप्री 40, फिर 20, फिर इसी तरह। और वो नेक्स्ट 5 ईयर में उसकी प्राइस क्या होगी। तो मैं आपने मैक्सिमम प्रॉफिट है। तो जिस तरीके से जब प्राइस डिप्रिसिएट तो उसके ऊपर जो टैक्स होता है वो टैक्स भी उसके साथ कम होता जाएगा। तो ये एक तरीका है कि कोई चीज को डिप्रिसिएट करना। जस्ट अ मिनट, मेरा सिस्टम जरा हैंग हो गया है तो मैं चेक करता हूँ क्यों हैंग हो